like, you know, you haven't met them and they've just like...
Yes. Yeah, we're going to count
if you've been having a conversation and then you
it's easier
just
to
like...
ghost someone if you've never met them.
Yeah.
Fair. If you have met them, then it takes a little bit more courage and callousness, yeah.
Oh, I have,
Yeah, that's
I'm going to say yes, because, like, probably I have, but, like...
But you can't, okay.
Can you give an estimate of how many, though?
Less than 5, more than 5, between 5
Let's
and
say
10.
under 5.
Under 5.
Are we talking triple digits?
So under
or...
5 and 10, 10 plus, right? Would we say that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, sorry,
So
ghosting.
under 5, between 5 and 10, 10 plus.
Probably between 5 and 10.
Yeah.
Well, on Tinder, or just in general?
In general.
Oh, then probably, more times
10
than that,
plus,
yeah. 10 plus.
Oh,
I'm about 10
Tinder.
plus as well.
10
If
plus.
it's Tinder...
Yeah.
I think, okay, anyone you've been clearly having success, it's not like someone says like, hey, and you say hey, and then you...
No, anyone you've been
Yeah,
chatting
you've
with,
been chatting
and then
with,
you're just
and
like,
then-
alright, see you later.
Okay.
Might message you in a couple
5 to 10 then.
Okay.
Probably.
What about you guys?
I'd say
Yeah.
less than 5.
Yeah.
Never had Tinder.
I'm entering
I'd
back
say, like, more than
on to the
30.
dating scene now, and I'm making a commitment to the ghosters out there that I'm actually not going to ghost people.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
if I have given someone the time of day, I can take 5 more minutes out of my time and write just a small memo. Dear Sir,
Update.
Madam,
Dot.
I am not interested in you. I'm sorry.
I
Just
actually
be
want to talk
honest.
about this
Yeah.
because, like, as in for ages, be like, oh, ghosting's bad. You should talk to people. But I genuinely think it's starting to change where now there's like an implicit understanding of what ghosting is. So it's almost kinder now. Like I've had someone now like sort of be like, oh, hey, look, I just actually don't think I'm that interested, and I was way more irritated by that. I was like, I didn't need you to interrupt my day to tell
Yeah.
me that you weren't interested.
Yeah.
Just don't talk to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like it
That's
might be
true.
changing. So I
I
don't
agree.
actually know
I
that
agree.
it's
For
definitely the
anyone
right
that
call.
doesn't know what ghosting is, it's when you're messaging someone and then you literally just don't respond to them and
You just ghost.
ignore their existence.
It's very
you
implied
are a
in the
ghost.
word, yeah.
Sometimes,
Well, just-
why,
I
is
don't-
that,
I'm
why
not
does
sure
there have to
that
be a
the no-
contract?
Yeah,
though? Like, that's the
exactly.
thing.
I don't
when you're
think we
talking to
always said it
someone,
that much.
but that's what it is. We're looking at it as if
Yeah.
it's like you're talking to someone. If you meet them in person, if you take the internet out of it completely, there is no requirement for you if you're not in a
stay in
relationship or
someone's
whatever
life, yeah.
to stay in somebody's life or to talk to somebody ever again if that's the case. But
I know
obviously there's
there's no
kindness and there's like
requirement.
that sort of
Yeah.
thing.
I
But-
think it
I
depends on
genuinely
how
think it
much
varies.
interaction you've had with the person. So, like, if you've gone on a date with the person
Yeah.
and you've met up and you're in person, I think, you know, if they send a message to you, you do have like a responsibility,
Yeah,
like,
to a
as
certain
much
extent,
you know as
but-
you do with anyone,
okay,
to
so-
just not ignore their presence. But
If that
like,
person is continuously messaging you, I
Yeah.
understand that it's not a contract, you've no obligations, but if that person is continuously messaging you and there is some kind of like emotional investment
Flirt-
there,
yeah, okay, well, that's
then I
different,
think
though.
obligation
Okay.
does
To be
shift
honest,
the
actually,
fore.
I think
It's
so.
just-
I think
see
if
what you
someone's
mean.
messaging you
There's
looking for an
different
answer, I
contexts.
think maybe give them an answer. But I'm not even coming at it from like a you don't know people thing, which I also kind of agree. But I think it's more I don't think it's always necessarily that nowadays, now that we all know ghosting, that the kind thing is to tell someone.
Yeah,
so
just
because
let
I
it
think
fade out
so I
itself
think it's like
naturally.
as in look, if you've been like, on a couple of dates, it seemed to be going well, and then you're like genuinely, what the hell is happening? Then I'm like, don't ghost. Just be like, I'm busy, whatever. That's fine. But you go on one date. I don't text, like nobody texts back. I feel like you know.
Yeah,
And if,
there's
if
a
then in 2
corrective.
weeks I get a message, I'm like, oh sorry, I didn't really like you that much. I'm like,
Yeah, then
but
2
that's-
weeks
I
later,
think-
well, that's
I think
worse.
that-
I
That's
think-
or
worse,
even,
yeah.
or even the date,
That's
like,
way
I'm like,
worse.
that's way worse.
You've
I'd rather-
forgotten about
I'm
that
like, you
person,
disappear,
and
I
then-
disappear.
if no one messaged me,
Just to remind you that I existed.
Or even even like you don't message and I'm like, hey, just whatever, and then you don't message after that one. I'm like, oh okay, this is gone. I think the first time someone gets ghosted, you're like, what the hell is happening? But now we have a name for it.
you
We
get
know what
used
it
to
is.
The thing
You
is,
know,
like,
so
when
the
you
thing
get
that's
ghosted,
yeah, the thing that's upsetting is that you're not as interested in me as I was. It's not so much the actual medium of communication.
No, I disagree with that because I think, you know, you have this kind of time frame after a date or whatever that you're like, okay, this could go somewhere, and you know, you never know what the other person experienced on the date. Like, I've heard people being like, yeah, that went great, and then it turns out the other person was like, that was the worst date ever. So like, you have to allow for that.
That's true, yeah.
And then I also think you have that kind of week period where it's like, okay, you know, do you wait 3 days and like all that bullshit rules, and you know, you have that kind of period of hope where, you know, people might be waiting, people might not be waiting. So like you could have one person waiting and checking their phone and like you know
Like, who's the
we've
real
all been
killer?
there.
It is,
So
but
like
who's the real
no
killer?
one wants to be the one waiting
Scottish
for a
Witch
chat.
Doctor.
I just think there's an assumption that it is definitely worse to not hear from someone again than to hear the reason that they don't want to.
Do you know what?
I
I think
think
we should
I
take-
personally think
I
closure
think-
would be better.
Yeah,
Closure would be so
I-
much
I-
better because then you can move on. You don't have to waste any more moments thinking about that
I just
person.
feels to me that
I
silence
agree.
is
Bite the
also
bullet.
closure eventually. Like I
But
just
how long?
Life is
how
hard.
long is that
Like,
silence?
suck it up.
But like,
you
but the
know?
point is that it eventually, like, at some point, silence is the same thing as you saying something. That's what I mean. It's like speaking as having gotten both. I prefer the silence. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. So
Interesting.
say
No,
for
I
example.
prefer to move on with things and
Yeah,
just
but
not
But
waste time.
I'm just saying that you
I think
do. If
time
I don't
waste
hear
is
from
the worst
someone,
thing.
if I don't hear from
know where
someone
you
after a couple of
stand.
weeks, I feel like I know where I stand. Even a couple of days, I'm like, I feel like I know where I stand.